Hello, this is Chef John from foodwishes.com with Cornell chicken. That's right, the only chicken recipe ever to be invented by a Cornell professor, Dr. Robert Baker. And I've heard about this dish for many, many years. I probably had it as a kid, but here I am trying to make it. So it starts with cider vinegar, oil, an egg, salt, that's kind of cool, some black pepper, and some poultry seasoning. So this is basically Dr. Baker's, what you would call a white barbecue sauce. And you'll read all about the good doctor in the post. Very interesting story. So you're going to put all those ingredients into a blender, blend that up until it's emulsified. By the way, you can do that in a mixing bowl, not a problem. And there I have 2 half chickens. Those are cut from what's called a broiler. I think it's called a broiler. It's like a 3.5 pound chicken. All right, so there's a little bit of controversy about the marinating. The original recipe, from what I gather, doesn't say anything about a long marination. Some recipes, modern recipes, call for 24 hours. That's a lot of vinegar and a lot of salt. So I marinated mine for about an hour and a half. For this first attempt with the Cornell chicken, I wanted to kind of stick to the original, which means, of course, it's going to get grilled over charcoal. So I built my fire. After about an hour and a half, I took it out of the bag, and I didn't pat it dry, so the surface was still a little bit damp. And then I have my basting sauce on the side. When my coals were ready, I gave the grates a little brush with oil. Once you're out to the grill, pretty basic. You're going to grill this on both sides, and every time you turn it, you're going to baste it with that delicious white barbecue sauce. So as the story goes, people in Dr. Baker's region there, they had no problem eating eggs from chickens, but I guess they weren't big on actually cooking the chickens and eating them. So he, to help out all his chicken raisin buddies in the area, he came up with this recipe that he thought would make a great, simple, easy basting sauce, and people could grill chickens with fantastically delicious results, and they would all of a sudden increase their chicken consumption. And you know what? From the reports I've seen, some which are extremely top secret, he was successful. And I'll put a link to the doctor's original plans. But originally this is made to be done over a barbecue pit where the chickens are about, I don't know, like 20 inches or so over the coals. My grill, you can see here, is very shallow. The coals are right underneath the grates. So I had to adjust by closing the lid and, shutting the vents down a little bit to control the flame. If you have a regular kettle-style barbecue, I think you're going to be fine, okay? So it took me about 45 minutes. I grilled it mostly with the skin side up because I didn't want it to get too black because the basting sauce is oil, egg, and vinegar, which totally will burn on a grill. But I was pretty happy with how this came out. I thought it looked really good, and I kept painting that glaze on. I kept painting that sauce on. By the way, you can kind of tell when the meat pulls away from the ankle there that you're getting close. All right, so we're going to cook that through. Now, because we've been painting with a brush that had raw chicken on it, as soon as these come off the grill, which for me was just in a couple more minutes, as soon as these come off the grill, because you had raw chicken on that basting brush, you can't baste these after they come off. So if you're going to put more of that basting sauce on for whatever reason, use a clean brush. We're going to let these rest for at least 5-10 minutes, like any grilled meat. Sure, it looks good. Sure, it smelled amazing, but what would it taste like? Here's the taste test. Let's see how he did. Dr. Robert Baker, Cornell professor, who came up with this recipe under very mysterious circumstances. You'll read about that in the post. And you know what? I'm not just saying this. It was really, really good. Very tangy, little kick of salt there because it does have a good amount of salt in it, but that's just on the surface. So I don't know, the combination of the oil and the vinegar and the egg and the seasoning, it really did make for a beautiful grilled chicken. And the amount I give you for the sauce is enough, so they say, for about 4 to 5 chickens, whole chickens. So I have plenty extra. I'm going to try this again with a longer marinade to see what happens. But anyway, Cornell chicken, I'm glad I tried it. Very delicious. I hope you give it a try. By the way, Cornell nickname, Big Red. So I got red chickens on a towel. I thought that was a pretty cool tie-in. Come on, Cornell grads, give it up. Anyway, I hope you give that a try. Super nice grilled chicken recipe. We all can use more of those. All the ingredients are on the site. And as always, enjoy.